Thank you very much.
Yeah. Welcome in. All right, so we have still staying in the hands of Shakim. Shakim, your hands is up, so let's hear from you again.
I apologize. I didn't mean to raise my hand.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't think I played from earlier.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we have another person. Maxwell really want to say something. Maxwell, I don't know if you can speak now. It's very unfortunate that your network, you have to just check your mic, okay? All right. So somebody said network isn't friendly. Yeah, network is so crazy. Somebody, okay, Maxwell wanted to ask that, can one change the name on his or her account? Which of the account? Is it a TBC account? It's a TBC account, you need to contact support for that to happen. Yeah. You need to contact support. All right. So somebody says that broadcasting can be anything related to TBC or humanity. Anything, anything. It must not only be about TBC. All right, just broadcast anything, but don't also say things that are offensive. Okay, because if you say things that are offensive, your account is going to be terminated. You're going to be kicked out of our community. So you don't want to broadcast things that are offensive, things that violate us, okay? Things that violate our principles, right? Our policies, don't violate that. If not, you'll be kicked out of the community. Let's hear from Mr. 1Z. Mr. 1Z, on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm joining from Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm practically new to the TBC. Not new as like joining fresh, but I just pay my this thing recently, so
okay.
I think I'm far behind most of the discussions.
Right.
So it happens that recently I made a post in a TBC main WhatsApp group, and I found out that I've been removed. But it was practically about we using crypto to pay for our membership, for our TBC membership. But here lies the case, you can now even announce to other members in the group that, oh, you have this crypto that will, help one another in abundance whilst we stay in this TBC community.
Right.
I never shared a link there or referred anything. Yeah.
You see that WhatsApp group, it is personal, right? You can create your own WhatsApp group. People create their WhatsApp group. We have tons of WhatsApp group. We can't even know what is going on there. So what I want to say is that you might want to start your own WhatsApp group and invite people who are new and teach them instead of maybe posting things that others look at it as offensive. So you might just want to start your own WhatsApp group. Like me, I started with one WhatsApp group, and now I have my WhatsApp group, I have my Telegram group, and I have lots of people there. Those are people I personally brought in from day one, and I trained them.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just start your own WhatsApp group. There is no official WhatsApp group in TBC community. The only official place to get information is the private blog in the educational area.
Okay.
Right.
And my other question is about the broadcasting. So anybody can be a broadcaster.
Anybody.
So you do a short video saying, advertising TBC and how appealing to the interests of those outside. Then you post on YouTube, your YouTube channel, and then share in your KCBO.
Right.
Is that right?
Correct. Not your YouTube
Okay.
channel, but the URL of the main link, of the link. That's how I got it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Thank you.
You are welcome. Somebody says any language can be broadcast. Of course, broadcast your dialect, broadcast French, India, anything, broadcast it. But I hope that your language will be something that when somebody get that, he will not find it offensive. Okay, please do not abuse our policies. All right, guys, we are already entering the second part of our program. You can now ask any question about anything on TBC, and I'll happily answer your question. Okay, if you have anything you want us to talk about, but no technical problems. Okay, if you are just coming in, you should know that in your Kringle Cash back office. By the way, the keyword of the day is broadcasters. In your Kringle Cash back office, we have trainings that are going on 24/7, okay? We have trainings that are going on here 24/7. And I want to advise everyone, okay? You can always come. If you're a new person, we have new member training. You can always come and watch this training. And you have member helpers training. You can always come here and watch this. All depends on you. Which one do you want to watch? This one is when you have a technical problem. Okay, if you have a technical problem, you always come here. If you're a new person, you just want to learn about TBC, come to this training. So that is it, guys. That is how you get training. Okay, how you get trained 24/7. That training goes on 7 days a week, 24/7. All right, let's hear from Joy again. Hello, Joy.
Yeah, well done. Please, this is a 24 hours members training or help. I don't know why it was requesting for meeting code each time I want to use it, because maybe I was doing something with a customer and I find it difficult. So I will decide to click on it so that I will get help. The system will be requesting for meeting code.
All right, that should be around settings. Can you remember the particular name of the broadcast, the person who was broadcasting? So we are going to caution those that are putting their code. We'll caution them, okay? Some of them are here, so we'll caution them so that they do not put in a code, a secret code, like a password, right?
Meeting password code, password code.
Yeah, if there is something like password, then that is a mistake. But if there is meeting ID is different from password, okay? If it's just the meeting ID, then they are talking about the ID link, the number that is associated to that link. For example, here, if you go to mass adoption training, this is the ID to this training. This is the ID, meeting ID, you put this number, right? But if you have something like passcode or the password to the meeting, then that is a problem. That is a problem. So we're going to caution members who are doing trainings not to put anything like password. But if they ask you ID, then this is where you get the, this is an example of an ID, okay?
Can I copy this one and whenever can I press this one to 24 hours?
This one is just for this meeting. This one is just for this meeting. Each meeting has its own ID. Let me go to the meeting. Let's say upcoming training. Click on upcoming training. There's the first. Show you. Let's say tomorrow is the second. Okay. Now, if you like this training, right? This training that will take place by midnight. This is the ID here. This is the ID 89662577499. That's the ID for this training. You understand?
Okay, where did you get the ID?
This is it. It's there already. The person that is setting up this meeting, the ID is already there. That's the meeting ID. But I'm saying that it's different from password. I'm talking about ID. The ID is always associated to the link. Like, they are never the same. Look at this one. This ID is different. The IDs are always different. Look at this one, it's different. This number here is always the ID. This one here is the ID. So each link has its own ID, okay? This is the ID. When they ask you the ID, just put this number.
Okay, I say, how do you get this ID? Because if I
am saying that you always have the ID when you want to log into the meeting. You have it there.
Okay.
So you just need to choose the meeting that you want to go in. These are different meetings. This is the time for this meeting. This is the ID for this meeting. This one, this is the time. This is the ID. Another one, this is the time. This is the ID. All right? So each meeting got its ID. All right?
Okay.
Each meeting has its ID. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so